confession to make. Last night, I went back on the dating app that I've been using. I created a profile maybe 2 months ago, and then I just stopped using it because I just lost patience for it. It just seemed to me like it's just such a long process between browsing profiles and then matching or not matching and then starting a conversation with a complete stranger that is not sitting in front of you, that you cannot see except for a few photos. Face to face, I have absolutely no problem creating and making a conversation, but in those kind of online settings I struggle with it a bit. Because what do you talk about? And then I don't know how many more times I can answer the question of what are you up to this weekend, or how was your week? Oh, it just feels so repetitive. I don't know if that's just me, but I don't know, I feel like I'm too old for that. Like, I just don't have the patience for it. I would love to just meet somebody organically and have a connection and just start dating in that kind of more organic, real life way. But I understand that online dating is actually something that is very common and popular these days, and a lot of couples meet this way. And with COVID being around, it's not as easy as it used to be to meet people. I used to meet so many people whenever I would just go out to workshops and events, and I used to be a total workshop junkie back when I lived in Melbourne. So that was just so much fun for me to go out. I would make a lot of friends at these events, and I would also meet men and sometimes ladies for dating. And it's just not happening so much anymore, thanks to you know which virus. So since I haven't been on a date in a while, last night I went back and I just had a browse and I looked through the profiles. And I looked maybe through 30 profiles or so, and I did not swipe to connect with anybody there. And there's a reason for this. And again, I don't know if I am so strange and weird and different, but this is what bugs me in the online dating world. All the profiles seem so similar, and it's just so hard to really assess the person and get to know the person just from their photos and a bit of description that they leave. It just seems like people are scared to reveal themselves. There's so this is what bugs me, a lot of photos with sunglasses on. If I can't see your eyes, I can't really connect with you. A lot of photos with other people around, and I don't have the patience to try to figure out which person are you in that photo. And no, it's not usually that obvious. I have to really compare which person is repeating throughout the photos, and I again don't really have patience for that. Another thing, the descriptions people write, these are such superficial things. These people want to hang out, want somebody who is their friend, want somebody to be themselves, just trivia. Why not really show who you are? People want to travel together, people want to go on adventures, and they like good food. It's like almost everybody's profile. How are you different? What makes you you? Why would I want to go out with you as opposed to the 30 other guys that I've just swiped left? Am I too picky? Maybe it's me being too picky. Am I the crazy one? So I guess the question becomes, what am I looking for? What is Helena Nista looking for in a man? I do believe that you need to be aware of what you want in order to create it. Don't just have a wishy-washy kind of ideas about the person or the experience or anything else you want. Be specific and let the universe know what you're looking for. I guess, first of all, what I find extremely attractive, is like a non-negotiable to me, what I really, really want, is a man who is engaged with life, is a person who is alive. I see so many people who are seem sort of disconnected and lethargic, and they don't really seem to feel that deeply, or they don't let others know about their true feelings. And so there's a lot of this kind of apathy and disconnection and detachment in life, in people that I meet. And I also want a man who is aware of himself, who knows himself, who has already built something in his life. In the kind of archetypal language, this is referred to as the man being in his king phase, in the king phase of his life, as opposed to of his prince phase. Men who are in their prince stage, they are still building, they are still discovering themselves, learning about life, discovering what it is that truly makes them fulfilled and happy. They're still looking for their inner fire, for their mission, for the vision of the rest of their lives, and they're still building something around that. It can be a business, it can be a hobby, it can be a lifestyle, it can be a family, a community, or anything else. It doesn't really necessarily mean that they need to be financially like really well off. These two aren't correlated, but they need to know themselves and be in that stage of life where they are the king. And this is because I am in my queen stage of my life. I'm not a princess anymore. I'm not building. I'm not asking questions. I'm not wondering and looking for something anymore. I have found it, and I have built very solid lifestyle awareness around that. So I am my queen, and I want my king, and I hope that makes sense. It's not a money thing. It's not about his finances. It's purely about who he is in himself. Is he grounded in his mission, vision, purpose, and has he built a life around that? That is really attractive, and that's what I really want. And other than that, there are these other things, like I want him to be kind and warm and loving and protective and caring and have a sense of humor and be able to have deep conversations with me. Am I like asking for too much? So there you go, a little bit of a peek into the brain of Helena Nista and her desires when it comes to the dating world and finding a partner. And I do want him to be reasonably local. I'm not one for a long distance relationship. I want somebody that I can see and touch on a regular basis. So he needs to be in my area. I think that in sharing it all with you, I am really curious about your thoughts about this whole aspect of people being or not being engaged with life, having that sense of energy that is alive and that is able to feel deeply and have a spark in their eyes and react and have things to say and ask questions that are interested in whatever's happening around them. There is a sense of wonder about them. They are interested and wonder about life and want to learn more about it. To me, people like that just make great companions, and I love spending time with them, and I do find them quite attractive. Thank you so much for listening to today's rant. I hope that was interesting. And please let me know who you find attractive and what are the qualities that do it for you, because I'm really curious. And now I really need more water because it is really hot here right now.